I'm Rachelle Sobbings, and I read Lord of the Flies by William Golding, which is a classic novel. The reason why I chose this book, one, it was on the list. I've read it before, and I remembered liking it. It was like such a long time ago, I wasn't really sure, and I just kind of wanted to reread it. The summary, it starts off with a group of British boys. They're on a plane, and they crashed, and all the adults died on the plane. They don't even remember like what happened to the plane. It just disappeared, like it fell off to sea. And that's where Ralph and Piggy met, and it's the two main characters of the book. They kind of clashed at first, but they kind of got this system going where they found a conch shell, and that was the symbol of leadership in like civilization. That's the only civilized thing they had. As I don't know how to explain it. So they made a signal fire, which is to help like passing ships, passing planes. They wanted someone to know they were there because they didn't have any adults, and all the kids met, and they didn't have any other way to do anything. That was their main goal, to create a signal fire and make people to come help them. The biggest thing that they were scared of is this thing called the beast. It wasn't real. It was in their imagination because there were no adults. So they created like this scary image of something that they thought were going to come kill them in the middle of the night, and they just let it take them away. Another big thing was they hunted a pig. It was this symbol of, I guess, evil in the village. Because the other character, Jack, he was another main character, and he was the evil guy in the village, and he's the one that he wanted to hunt, and he just wasn't good. So they killed the pig, and the head symbolized the Lord of the Flies. That was what the whole book revolved around, the pig's head, which was just evil. And then Simon died, which was he was the good character in the book, the only good-hearted character in the book. And then Piggy died, which was the intellectual character. And then the boys were just kind of lost after that. It was all evil, it all turned chaotic. People were killing each other. They were just savages on the island. The main characters in the book were Ralph, Piggy, and then Jack in the choir. His choir they called themselves the Hunters, and they followed Jack around. And everyone eventually went to Jack's side, all the boys in the group except Ralph and Piggy. They kind of stayed on the good side. And Simon and the rest of the boys were also some good characters. The setting was on an island. No one really knew where it was because they just crashed out of nowhere. And I liked the plot of the book. I liked the idea of them being trapped on an island, but I hated the characters. Like, they were all mean except Simon, pretty much, and Ralph. And the actions it was vulgar, and it disgusted me reading it. It made me want to throw up because of all the violence and the killing and the speed of the book. It started off really slow. Like, it wasn't until like page 100 it actually started getting good. It was hard to get through that part. And those were the reasons why I disliked the book. The style was also great. There were some parts that were kind of poetic. It just didn't fit. It's like he tried to create something that just didn't work. And I would not recommend this book to anyone. For one, I did not like it, and everyone that I've talked to hated it. So I don't think anyone would enjoy it. That's it.